Well, hello and welcome to the Cosmic Echo Tarot Experience. It really is an experience, a metaphysical experience. It's a reading which connects historic cycles of frequency through your repeating tarot energy now in this lifetime. You and your life are just an echo of past energies. Now, I understand what we experience in this lifetime. We go, well, this is new stuff. No, it's not. No, it's not. We are experiencing ancient energetic frequencies that periodically, depending on their cyclical nature, show up and then we react to them. It's kind of fate, actually. Nevertheless, these cycles have been repeating again and again for thousands, maybe millions, maybe billions of years. Yes, of course, we see them as new, but they're not. Each life is an echo of the last time. So, using tarot as a tool. By the way, I've done tarot for over 20 years. I've found out from my point of view, from my perspective, it does not predict anything, but that's not its job. Tarot is the science of potential, your potential to manifest. So, tarot is our destination. Think of it that way. Okay? I locate the current frequency. Once I find it, I use other tools to help tell the story. Things like numerology, astrology. Those are the science of cycles, and I've done those for over 50 years. Now, you put these parts and pieces together, tarot, numerology, astrology, and what you do is you manifest your spiritual kryptonite. It's really very simple. It's a two-step metaphysical technique. I begin with 3 tarot cards. That's all. Don't need any more. Nikola Tesla was a huge fan of the number 3 energy frequency. Einstein was as well. And there's something in the course of your life, you see how many times you choose 3 of something. So there is some sort of special whatever to 3. And so I only use 3 cards. Don't need any more. What I do is I take the frequency or the energy from each of the 3 cards, blend them into one frequency. That's your destination, right? That's your manifesting potential. After that, I use astrology, numerology, historical images. It could be something in the news today or 100, 200 years ago, 500 years ago, whatever. Whatever will help tell the story, because that's really the important part. I want you to be able to imagine that frequency. I'm just not going to do a tarot reading and say, oh, well, after 50 cards, here's what I say, and you do with it what you want. That's crazy. 3 cards, very tight, very specific. Here's the energy. Let me see if I can help you understand it. And that's where the cycles, the astrology, numerology come in, okay? So the idea is to give you just the facts. No fantasy, no unicorns, no rainbows, no woo-woo anything. I am surprised how many astrologers and tarot readers just can't wait to pull that rabbit out of the hat. Ooh, it's magical stuff from outer space. Get out of here. We want to reveal your matrix in the repeating cosmic cycles, bringing ancient frequencies into your life. Remember, it's all about your choice, your potential. That's what the power of tarot is. And knowing the repetitive energetic patterns around you enables you to use these ancient frequencies to your benefit. Now, think of it as a cosmic GPS is the best thing I can come up with. The tarot gives you your destination. The astrology, numerology, any kind of imagery helps you kind of find the location, helps you know when you are at the destination. It gives you the map. This unique package helps you activate your spiritual kryptonite. And you can ride the cosmic wave to your best self, your best destiny. That's the point of this. To give you a good, clear energy, tarot energy, and then to give you examples to let you understand it, feel it, see it, touch it, taste it, whatever. Now you're beginning to plug into the energy, and that'll make it more effective. Now, today's tarot reading, the theme is let go to win. That's very difficult for us because we're very insecure people, and letting go of anything is disruptive. Even if it's bad, even if we know it's bad for us, doesn't make any difference. I'm used to it. It's mine. But the idea here is to let it go. Shake the chains of dependency. Shake the addiction. That's the only way that you're going to win. So, that being the case, how about if we get to the stuff at hand? Huh? I want you to feel the frequency. There's no doubt about it. And we begin with something that I call cosmic cycles. I do this because it's a quick review every day. Astrology is a kind of an alchemy. The science of cycles. Literally, what goes around comes around. You know, there's nothing new. It's understanding these cycles repeat time and time again, giving life to the matrix. It permits us to feel and focus on the power of the tarot, the combination of the energies, the numerology, the astrology, the tarot, even the imagery. Makes everything much more powerful, give us more control over our own destiny. It's essential stuff. This is not a half-assed tarot reading, friends. This is a full-on metaphysical journey. Just want to remind you, I do have an email. Feel free to contact me. Looking forward to it. tao-tarot@proton.me. tao-tarot@proton.me. Anything that you have to say, doesn't make any difference. Good, bad, indifferent. tao-tarot@proton.me. All right, so I said that astrology would be the GPS or part of the GPS system. How about if we begin here with the astronauts? You notice in yellow, the subheading is the detour to something better. We hate being detoured. We hate interference of any kind, and yet it's amazing how much interference we put up with in our life. You take a look at modern life today, it's nothing but interference. One psyops after another, one lie after another, one attack on our bodies, our environment after another, and we just kind of put up with it. But generally speaking, we don't like detours. And yet, in this case, coming up in 2026, that'd probably be the best thing you can do for yourself. 2026 is a universal #1 year. That means we are beginning a new cycle of activity. Those in tune can feel it right now. They've felt it for some time. Details may not be clear, but the season's changing, that's for sure. And as we move into the middle of 2026, we'll start feeling it in spring. You're not going to have to read between the lines anymore. You're going to see the plan. And it will mean that you're going to have to give up something you are very, very attached to. My advice, do it. And in so doing, you may really get what you want. Freedom. That's what everybody's screaming for right now. Because it's all about control, 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 control. People are waking up slowly around the world. They're protesting, but protesting and shutting down businesses is not going to be enough. You can't go up to Bill Gates or any of the rich, powerful people and say, well, look, I don't like what you're going to do to us. All these things, take away our privacy, take away our humanity. I don't like it. You got to stop. They're going to tell you to go to hell. They don't consider you seriously now. They're not going to consider you seriously later. So you're going to have to do something to get their attention. Something that will threaten them, seriously threaten them. 2026 may give you some ideas. But you want freedom. Let's see if you're willing to work for it. All righty. So from here, let's go to the existential point. We got, well, what do you know? Three assholes. Not a surprise. We got the Pfizer CEO. I think his name is Bora. He says they have come up with an electronic pill that reports when you swallow it. I mean, they want literally to know every single thing and to be able to control every single thing. And you think these people are going to listen to your protests? Are going to listen to your boycotts of their business? You're friggin' out of your mind. You got to back them up into the corner and threaten and be willing to back it up. They don't care. They haven't cared for decades. Are you finally getting it? Speaking of someone who does not care, never has cared, we're talking about CBDCs. Klaus Schwab. And he says, we have to be prepared for a world where we see a fusion of our physical, our digital, and our biological dimensions. What that basically means is they want to turn us into robots so they can control us. That's all. For all the bullshit talk and fancy words, what it means is you're going to do what we tell you, or you're going to have to flip the script on these guys. And the final asshole is the one who runs the Federal Reserve. By the way, it's not a government bank. 7 people you've never heard of control every dollar in America. They decide the interest rates, inflation targets, crisis responses, depression. They do it in private meetings. It was never meant for you. In fact, when they put the Fed together in 1913, they said they wanted to create money that was flexible. What that meant was they could change the value anytime they wanted. You could have $1 billion one day, and if it was up to them, you may be penniless the next. They don't care. They want control, 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 control. It's not a government thing. It's 7 people who believe they are, by the way, above the law. And the day that the Federal Reserve, which was in the holidays, Christmas time, 1913, when they passed that, they did it in secret. They also passed the income tax because you need money to fuel it. They also started a plan up to get women out to work because women would produce more taxes. Women and men together meant they made a shitload of money. There were 3 days at this point in America that I think were critical. 1, Civil War. It's when we lost our innocence. 1913, we lost our economic independence. And then, of course, there was 9/11 when we lost our Constitution. It's very clear what these guys want. It's going to be even clearer as we get farther into 2026. Like I said, you may have to give up something to get what you want. So we go to Picture Perfect. What do we got here? All kinds of good stuff. We're talking about making humans robots. There's a guy here who worked at the CIA. He said the Kissinger report proves that population reduction is real. They want us dead. They've said so. Georgia Guidestones, Bill, what's his name? Gates, the people at the World Economic Forum. They want 95% of us dead by 2050. They want fewer than 500 million people. That's it. And then, of course, I have a little picture here about, what do you know? What it's really like in a bank. These people just print this money out of air. There's no value behind it. They just print it. In fact, if you were to put 100 pennies on the table of the Federal Reserve in 1913, those 100 pennies would be down to 1 cent today. That's what they've done to the economy. Yeah. And speaking of banks, you always have to consider Jews. Did you know that in 1492, more than 300,000 Jews were expelled from Spain? The Jews have been kicked out of virtually every country on the planet more than one time. Over a couple thousand years, every single country at one point or another has kicked him out and had to do it again and again because we forget. So when they deny stuff, history says, you're lying. What's new, huh? Let's get to the tarot reading and find out what's going on there. We got the Four of Cups. You've seen it. Guys sitting underneath a tree, 3 cups in front of him, and then there's the cup the universe hands him, the 4th cup, a cloud, hand in the cloud. He doesn't care. He's not connected emotionally, spiritually to himself or anybody else. No enthusiasm, no joy, no nothing. It's, who cares? Next card is the Justice card. This is really what he's looking for. Fairness and transparency. I know life is not going to be perfect. I know I'm not going to get everything that I want. I know that I'm not going to be rich if I'm not rich now. I'm likely not going to be good looking if I'm not good looking now. That's okay. I just want a fair shot at life. But to get that, you have to be connected with yourself, your spirit, and you're not right now. And the final card is the 3 of Wands. It's daring to dream. Okay, life sucks. I know what I want. I want to be reconnected. I want a fair life, a fair shot at life. I'm going to keep dreaming because that's the only way it's going to get there. I have to create it in my spirit, in my mind. And that is part of the deal coming up in 2026. You may have to give up something, but you may get exactly what you've been looking for. Good for you. Remember, 2026 is the cleansing year. Do not forget that. Just because you have to give up something, it's not for you. That's fine. Throw away the garbage. Keep the good stuff. You'll be much happier for the exchange. I guarantee it. Hey, be sure to like and subscribe. There's all kinds of funny business going on the internet these days. They're using algorithms. They're not saying anything. Subscribers are going away. Anything that we put out there that they are unhappy with just disappears into the ether. We need you. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Between now and the next time you and I get together to do this tarot thing, peace and blessings.